Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in as always, and you've picked a good one today, let's just say that. We're without a win in our last 3 league matches, so the aim is to put things right and get our campaign back on track as we host Cuckfield CC today. 2 changes for us this week. Rowan's back from holiday and George Thomas is available after getting the all clear from Sussex. It's an absolute scorcher of a day with the sun beating down as it has been all week across the south of England. Cuckfield won the toss and have decided to bat first. Getting us underway with the first over is Connor Golding. And from the far end with the second over, as he usually does, is Aaron Brown.
The 11.
"12 overs bowled, and at 58 without loss, it's been all Cuckfield so far. The only half chance was that sharp caught and bowled effort from Connor, if you can even call it a half chance. It's looking like a very batsman-friendly deck today. It's Cave coming into the attack now, replacing Golding. And in search of this breakthrough, George Thomas is given the ball from the far end. Big moment there as Joe puts down Sussex pro Henry Rogers. He really should be taking that. Let's just hope we don't regret that one. A little nudge into the leg side, and that's 50 up for Joe Cambridge. Looked very much in control out there. Cuckfield are in a strong position here at 103 without loss in the 23rd over, as we're desperate to get this breakthrough. And now Henry Rogers has his 52. Both Cuckfield openers now past their half centuries and well on top here. It could be a long innings for our boys out in the 30-degree heat if this starts anything to go by. Joe changing the bowling up, trying to keep the bowlers all fresh. Ollie Brown trying from this near end, and now it's Ben Lucking. And finally some spin coming on from the far end with the score 133 for naught after 27 overs. And with the second ball he strikes, Ben Lucking gets this one above the eye line and managed to get through Cambridge's defence to remove him for 65. That first down putting on 133 for the first wicket, and here's hoping our fortunes are about to change and that first wicket brings a couple more.
And they said it's a horrible infection where it can cling on to the major organs.
Well, he made that hard for himself, didn't he? Connor may have misjudged that a little, backpedals and just sticks up a right hand to earn Lucko his second wicket. All smiles around the field as for a second or two it looked like another chance that slipped us by, but I'm sure Connor knew exactly what he was doing. Cuckfield now 165 for 2 in the 36th over. Few spots of rain coming down, but nothing overly threatening. Lucking's giving a rest from the far end, and it's Rowan coming on for the first time today. So 45 overs bowled, clear to say that Cuckfield have very much been on top today with the score 216 for 2 and Rogers on 97 not out. With 10 overs or so left before a declaration, I think Cuckfield are really going to up the ante now. And with that single, it brings up Rogers' century. Really decent knock from the Cuckfield opener, who's really enjoyed that short Bridges boundary today. Penny for Joe's thoughts after that drop catch earlier. There's the third wicket, all of which from Lucko so far. That's a really good catch from Joey. I think there was an edge on it, but he removes the bails to make sure as well. Cuckfield 229 for 3 from 47.4. I'm sure we'll see more chances coming our way, so need to do our best in the field to restrict the visitors. That was a massive over, 22 runs conceded and the visitors racing on to 293 for 3. Yep, fair to say this pitch is as flat as they come. Real batsman's paradise out there today. George Cave takes the catch down at long on off George Thomas for the 4th, and Connor finally gets his LBW and our 5th in the 55th over.
Almost.
Chaos in front of the camera. A boundary there brings up Rogers 150. An all too familiar feeling for us to be on the receiving end of another. But yeah, that's been some knock so far from the Cuckfield opener. Been sending our bowlers to all parts of the ground. The two Georges combined again to finally remove Henry Rogers after that stunning 169 off 167 balls. What an innings. With Connor getting a wicket just 4 balls earlier and no one else added up, Cuckfield decided to call time on their innings at 3-4-3 for 7, sacrificing the final 3 balls and giving us back 52 overs to chase. Truth be told, it wasn't our best day with the ball or in the field again. Cuckfield certainly took full advantage, but we didn't make it easy for ourselves. George Thomas and Connor each picked up a couple of wickets, with luck in getting 3, but the numbers definitely tell a tough story for our bowling unit today. Over to the batters though, fairly tricky task in hand, but we like to think anything is chaseable here at Bridges as the wickets, if anything, get better to bat on throughout the day. It's GT taking 2 at the non-strikers, with James Russell at 1 facing the first delivery. It's 3-4-4 to win at a rate of 6.6 runs needed an over.
Jake! You won the square, mate. That's just missed it. Shot. Hey, silly shot. Shot, Jake! It just hits it so hard. Yeah. Run. Go, Rusty! Go, Rusty. Run that. Run that. Genuinely.
Cuckfield get the breakthrough. Russ stuck on the crease there, not quite forward, ball back, and he struck on the pad. The umpire raises the finger and he's on his way for 24. The score now 69 for 1 in the 14th over. Coming in at number 3 is Rahul Tangerala. Good to see him back and fully recovered after that nasty one to the throat last week. Another boundary there brings up George's 50 off just 38 balls. When in pursuit of a score as high as 3-4-3, the chase can be over in the first 20 overs if you get behind the rate early. But George has started really well for us, and as long as he keeps this up, we've got a chance. "19 overs done, and we're 105 for 1. George Thomas doing the bulk of the damage with a commanding 70 not out so far. It's been a really solid start for us this first session, and to be honest, this pitch is offering very little for the bowlers. Still a long way to go in this chase though, but with both wickets in hand and the run rate in check, we're right where we want to be.
Sharp, Raz. Oi! Sharp! Well run, boys.
Single brings up the century for George Thomas, and what a knock it's been. Reaching the milestone from just 88 balls. It's not just the runs, but the context that makes it special. Straight out to bat after 57 overs in the field, 8 overs of his own, and doing it all in brutal 30-degree heat. That's some shift. This chase is right in the balance now. 168 needed from 22 overs. Wickets in hand, set batters at the crease. Buckle up, this one could go the distance.
Georgie!
That one's nasty, another painful one for a haul. The lad just can't get a break at the moment. Coming back for a third, a completely unnecessary throw gets him on the back of the head, missing his helmet and the protective gear. To make matters worse, it was probably going for 4 overthrows as well. Luckily, he seems to be fine, has a drink and continues, whilst George gets an opportunity to take a break as well. And there it is, a boundary to bring up Rahul's 4th League 50 of the season. He raises his bat after a composed and confident knock, reaching the milestone in 52 balls. He set himself up nicely to accelerate now, and with George settled at the other end, this partnership is building into something special. The chase is well and truly alive. Cuckfield go to the short ball tactic, and while George gets away with one just dropping short, Rahul isn't quite as lucky. His pull doesn't get enough and finds the man in the deep. He departs for a really well-made 65, a crucial part of what's been a fantastic partnership. Unfortunately, that earlier blow to the head seems to have taken more of a toll than first thought. Around 20 to 30 minutes later, Rahul began showing some signs of delayed concussion, feeling spaced out and clearly not himself. Just like last week, his day ended with a trip to A&E. Thankfully, the update after the match was positive, no lasting damage, and he's on the mend. Never ideal to see a player put through that, but credit to Rahul for his effort. It was another gutsy knock. Next in though, and with 137 needed from 19 overs, is the overseas Luke Beaufort.
Tell you what, 6-4. Don't like this one very much. No. There's a program on Channel 4 where like couples go. Like open. So like couples go in a little party where the men are going to search, find their next couple. And again! No, but he's not. Please tell me you saw the bounce into it. Georgie! One for the over! We'll do a lever's breath. Oh! We'll do a lever's breath. One for the over!
Luke slaps that first one like a tracer bullet to the fence, but tries to go again and doesn't get the same connection. The top edge is well taken down at fine leg and he departs for 14. Still plenty of work to do here. Ignore the scoreboard on screen, it's wrong. The actual score is 2-4-3 for 3 in the 39th over, meaning George and now Joe need 101 runs from the remaining 80 balls. This one is still very much in the balance. Don't worry though, we've got a solution to the broken scoreboard.
Georgie!
Classic fix, turn it off and turn it on again, seems to have done the trick with the scoreboard. The equation now 78 needed off the final 60 balls. That's 7.8 runs and over, which is very doable out there today in the last phase of the match. And 17 off the 43rd over shows how quickly the runs can stack up in an over. A great set from Joey, and it's now 63 needed off 54 balls. Sweep to get the milestone, and George brings up a quite brilliant 150. The celebrations are on the modest side, but that's probably a mix of focus on the chase and just sheer exhaustion after spending every minute of the match on the pitch. An incredible knock so far, and if he's still there at the end, this could go down as one of the greats.
Joey! Hit straight! Oh! No ball! Oh. Yeah, Joe, well run. How's that not gone for Johnny! Come shorter!
Quick drink for these two, and it's now 48 off 42 balls.
Oh, sharp! Save him, Georgie! Oh, sharp! Great placement. Punch gloves! Oh, that's great placement. Joey! Yeah, Joey! Scamper! Jono! Oh! Okay. George!
So 5 overs left, and we've already kicked on and got in front of the rate. It's just 22 needed off the last 30 deliveries.
Oh, wow. Oh, hey! Joey! My aunt is giddy.
And now it's just 10 needed off the final 3 overs to chase down 3-4-3 and get the win today. Think the double 100 is out the question for GT, but would be nice if he and Joe can see it home.
Oh! Right. Drift! Where did you put your car, Jamie, in the end? You got it. You got You're going to run him out.
What a knock. 2 runs there wins it for us today and seals the 30 points. That's one for the history books. 190 not out off 150 in a chase of 3-4-3 is genuinely outrageous. To come off 57 overs in the field, bowling 8 overs in the heat, and then do that, it's hard to put into words how good George Thomas has been today. Shout out to Joe too for that composed 38 not out, exactly the knock you needed under that pressure at the end. And Rahul once again showing his class with a solid contribution. Whether or not it's officially the highest league score in club history, it's certainly one of the all-time great innings at the Barker Meads. One of those days people at the club will be talking about for years. The pitch was flatter than the Headingley deck in the current test, and with just 10 wickets falling all day, it certainly wasn't one for the bowlers. George rightly leads the boys off after that monster knock. The boys finally getting back to winning ways. We'll take the momentum into next week with a trip down to Middleton on Saturday, followed by a huge one on Sunday away at Preston Nomads in the quarter-final of the Daniel Oliver T20 Cup. Hopefully you can join us again, and maybe you'll witness another innings that comes close to that one. Thanks again for watching and supporting the channel. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.